Hello? All right. So, this is Techtopia TV's a Week in Technology episode. I have no idea. Because
Yeah, like
I think it's 18.
40.
I think it's 18.
Sounds about right.
Because I think last week was 17.
Yeah.
'Cause I
Well,
did
I
one like,
wasn't on.
no. No.
I've missed two. I can't even remember.
Let's see. No. No, this is episode 19.
19.
18
Oh.
I did last week by myself.
Mm,
Because somebody
yeah.
fell asleep.
Hey, man, I wasn't feeling good.
Yeah, that's fine.
And it froze. Mother effer.
You just needed to redo your computer.
I do. I said I was going to redo it like
Quit being a
2
vagina.
weeks ago, and I never did it.
So what are we doing?
What do you mean?
You want to continue using Skype or so your face just says
Kind of like it like
froze
that.
it all like
Looks good.
you're like constantly smiling. It's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm a ventriloquist. I'm talking, my mouth's not even moving. Don't even know.
Alrighty then. So anyway, what new has happened with everybody? So I got a couple new. Well, actually, I got quite a few new things because I've been going crazy
And
and buying up everything. Um, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
yep.
You want to try to do Hangouts?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do Hangouts because
All right.
like my audio is messing up now. For some reason, I think hates Skype. All right.
All right. I'll call you on
Cool.
Hangouts.
Yep.
Ah, man, this happened last week too. So I don't know. I don't get it. Um, let's see. Boom. Do, 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 do. Oops. That was weird.
Yo.
Yo,
What up?
are you there?
Yeah. Can you
Friend, are you
see me?
there? Friend? Friend? Yeah, I'm just kidding. I can see you fine.
I know. You're just a douche. So technical difficulty. Well, it's really weird that it's just Skype that does it. Now that I think about it, I don't know. Skype's a piece of crap, but share screen when you get a chance so
I
we can
did.
see what's going on. Oh, presenting video to everyone. There we are. Super high quality.
Yeah, right. You're like really quiet though now.
Oh, really? Here, I'll move my mic a little closer. And I think my mic's maxed out. Hang on, let me double check.
I think it's just hide this.
Yeah, the quality's so much better. Yeah, there's something completely messed up because, like I said, my audio quality on Skype's complete crap, anyways.
So
And it
what? You're
sounds
it's way.
completely different on Hangouts than
So it sounds
Skype.
better.
Yeah, way better.
All right, give me 1 second.
That's part of
Volume
your
mixer.
new stuff that you were talking about when my audio cut out for some stupid reason because Skype sucks. You know what? I think I might redo my computer after this show. We'll see. Well, I want to get my well, I don't know if you can see, but my I got a new case, kind of. It's my sister's old case to put my server guts in. So I'm going to do that, get that thing running again, so I can back everything up rather than
Oh,
using
sure.
USB 2.0 to transfer everything to, which is god awful slow when you're trying to back up a couple hundred gigs.
Oh yeah. Oh
So
show.
plus I need to set it up because I gotta, for some reason, like lightning, when there was bad lightning a couple weeks ago, took out my mom's computer.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to redo that now too. But then I got to back up stuff, and so I can need the server hard drive and all that other crap. Though actually, is this it? I do have another hard drive around. Seagate.
Sorry, I'm trying to get your video.
No problem. I think this is it. 724. Yeah, I think this is it. My old laptop hard drive. Well, no one can see it.
There, now they can.
My laptop, a little 2.5-inch drive. Wow, that quality's horrible.
But the screen sharing is bad?
Well, yeah, coming back to me, like my video compared to your video, it is bad quality. But whatever. It works. It's unlike Skype. So I'm fine with it.
See, that's the weird thing. Like your video quality is fine, but oops, Jesus, I just made you like gigantic. Like I have like all this shit up here. Like how do I hide this stuff?
I think there's a button.
Like this here? Like, well, I don't want these boxes here. How do I get rid of them?
I don't know.
Like all I get is option to stop presenting and all that kind of stuff. It's like I don't want any of this shit showing.
I'm not sure.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. So anyway, back to what I was saying.
Just bandwidth usage.
I think it's at the highest.
HD, yeah. Okay. Anyways.
Yeah. So anyway, so for me, I got a couple things.
Quite a bit.
Yeah, like I spent a ton of money, and I probably shouldn't have, but whatever.
Whatever.
You only live once, right? YOLO.
YOLO.
So I got this. Got it. The what is it?
Pillow?
Yeah, yeah. I just got the head pillow from a guy at work, and so that way it looks like it's a Maxnomic. But no, I got the Maxnomic Dominator Black. So yeah, black. So it's like the Titan Black, you know. So it's like super special. Yeah. But no, it's like every review that I saw for it was that it was like it was firm. Like people said that it was firm, but it was good. Like, you know, it's got some cushion there, and it does. I mean, it's really comfortable.
It's like a car seat almost. Like a.
I was trying to no, my WRX seat is way softer.
Yeah.
Way softer. But no, it's fine. I mean, like Curtis, I don't know if you saw Curtis comment on my post about it. He said like the armrests look cheap.
Look cheap, yeah.
They're hard. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're hard, but
yeah, I mean, they look like a general office chair. They don't look like anything special.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not like my
high-end chair. You expect it to be cool and super padded looking, but it just looks like just a base with a flat thing and some pleather on it.
Yeah, so it's nothing special.
Don't look appealing at all, but I mean, it's pictures.
They're fine. I mean, like I said, they have tons of adjustment. Like they can swivel in and out like this way. You can adjust them out, side to side, up and down. So yeah, it seems to be working pretty nice so far. I mean, it seems to be comfortable. I haven't had any issues with it. Of course, the head pillow.
Yeah,
the head
pillow. Does that one
nice.
Lean back like
yeah,
flat almost?
I can't go far enough back because Kristen's freaking desk. But yeah, look at this shit. This shit's so retarded. There we go.
That's nice. I don't even know why you'd need that, to be honest, with the computer. But I mean, maybe if you mount a monitor up high or something, so you could like lean back and watch stuff. But
yeah, you could be like that guy on Grandma's Boy.
There you go. Oh yeah,
with all your screens.
And... That'd be cool.
With your hardcore techno music playing in the background.
That's the only way to do it.
So yeah, and then I got this mic now. It's a CAD C195, and it was actually suggested. This mic was suggested by my father-in-law, who does loads of music and audio stuff. So
yeah,
and he was right. I mean, it sounds great. Yeah, I got a mixer, which I can't really show. I mean, I guess I could maybe do this. Really ghetto.
Nice.
So there's a little mixer board there. I can adjust the lows, mids, highs, compression, the gain.
Yeah, I can do this with mine. Yeah, buddy.
That's pretty dope. You want to know the one thing I can't do?
What's that?
I can't mute.
Really? There's no like mute button on the mixer?
There's no off button on the mic. There's no mute button on the mixer.
Huh.
About the best I could do is probably just do that.
Turn the volume down, yeah. I can't hear you.
So yeah, I could turn the volume
there you
down.
are. Yeah, no.
But yeah, I was messing around with it trying to get the gains and stuff because it's really sensitive. Like I figured because it was a dynamic microphone that it's got like it's more for vocal, like singing voice. So you know it needs to take a higher volume to actuate it, but apparently not. What are you doing?
I was just looking at the stream. My quality isn't that bad. I just wanted to make sure we were live.
Oh,
but yeah,
is it live?
It looks. Wait, hang on. It looks super pixelated on the feedback to me with the screen share, but it looks really pretty good on what's it called? Anyways.
Yeah. No, like I said, it looks clear. Like looking at it, the only problem I can say that we're probably having is that your audio is still low.
Yeah.
Which it wasn't in Skype. I think it's just Hangouts being dumb.
Yeah. Might need to boost Hangouts audio or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that.
Yeah. No big deal.
Because I'm retarded.
I gotta turn this up or closer to my mouth a little bit. Maybe that'll help a little bit. Anyways. Yeah, don't worry about it. I think you have to do it in like the Windows mixer.
Yeah, I was looking at that and messing around with it, but it was up just as loud as everything else, so I don't know. But anyway, so I got it just temporarily set up right now. I like literally just kind of like mounted it to the side of the desk.
The mic came in today, right?
Yeah, the mic came in today, and I got home and I'm like, oh my god! So I'm like ripping the boxes open, just tearing everything apart. I had to make dinner, so it was just I was like running around all over the place, and then I hear like the oven was preheated, so I'd run out, throw everything in the oven, then come back and continue clamping and moving stuff. I originally wanted it to be behind like my monitors.
Yeah.
And then have it come up over top of the monitor and then like kind of like you can't really see it, but like go up over the monitor and then down kind of thing.
Then it'd block the view.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it would just be in the way whenever I'm only doing the show, so it wasn't that big of a deal. Like it's still.
What about if you stream or something?
If I stream, yeah, it won't be that bad. It would have been over top of my left monitor, not my middle monitor, which is where the game would be. So it wouldn't have been that bad. But yeah, so it wasn't tall enough. Like it wouldn't go up high enough, and then to come back over top. So I put it over here to my right, and then just have it kind of off to the side, so then I can just push it. Like kind of like fold it all the way up like this so it doesn't take up as much room.
Nice.
And it works for now. I'm off this Friday, so
lucky. I was just saying that today.
It's gonna be a miserable Friday though.
Off Fridays. Why?
Yeah. Well, because I'm gonna be just doing this. I'm gonna be like pretty much rewiring this whole entire freaking desk.
Yeah. Could be better than installing Windows 5 times like I'm gonna be doing. Well, I don't have off Friday, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But I really do want to reinstall Windows. I almost did it. I almost did it Saturday of last week, but then I ended up doing the tablet review with Cameron. So I was just like, I'm not even gonna do it. I was like, everything is working. Like Premiere's working, everything's working. I don't want to screw anything up, so I just kind of left it alone.
That's what I was gonna do Saturday, but then I was like, I woke up late because I was out racing, doing stupid stuff. So then it was like it's like 2 o'clock, and some Counter-Strike was on, so I watched a little bit of that. I was like, oh, I'm gonna play a little bit, and then I'll do it. And then it turned out to be like 7 o'clock, and I'm like, yeah, it's too late to start now.
7 o'clock is too late to start?
Yeah, no, I was just making excuses because I didn't really want to do it.
Okay. That sounds about right.
Yep.
All right. So, but the stream is working, right? Yeah. It doesn't say we have any dropped frames or anything.
No,
so we've been live for about 15 minutes. Did I say that we were? Oh crap! Maybe I didn't do that.
Didn't do the announcements.
No, I didn't. I didn't do playing.
Oh.
And then do. Where is it?
Game talk show.
Is it gaming? There it is. Gaming talk shows. Update. Yeah, refresh this. Okay, it says excellent now.
Sweet.
All right. Okay, so other than that, I mean, I just got the Maxonomic chair. I got the mic, the mixer, the little arm boom. This thing here, the little shock mount for the mic.
Oh yeah.
The hole's too big for my mic.
Oh, that sucks.
So I was like, fuck. I mean, it's a really cheap one though. So I mean, I might end up just getting a better one later. But because right now I have the noise gate for the mic back on, because like it sounded fine. Like I got it to where it sounded like good. Like I recorded myself probably at least, I don't know, 100 times. Like I would hit record and then talk and like keep talking while I'm messing with all the little knobs and stuff, and I got it to sound good. But then like it was so sensitive that it was picking up with the door shut. It was picking up Kristen like sneezing and coughing on the couch. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, this thing's like ultrasonic. It can go through walls and shit. I'm like, this makes no sense. So I was talking with her dad, and he goes, no. He's like, it's just a really sensitive mic. He's like, you're going to have to turn the gain down and all this stuff. So I just turned, the gain is as low as it goes on this fucking board right now.
Wow.
And then I started messing with the levels of the mic and the main mix. And I got to learn more about it. Like I said, I've only been playing with it for like maybe an hour. And so this weekend's going to be messing with a lot of that, which will also give me a good test for my seat, because I'll be sitting in it for a long period of time. This is actually the longest I've sat in it since I've had it.
Yeah, you finished it yesterday pretty much, right?
Yeah, I finished it last night. Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's the whole plan this weekend, is to rewire everything, make it look good.
Rearrange your office.
Yeah, I might
so you can use the lean back feature.
Yeah. I might get some foam, put some foam around the freaking room to kind of like cut down on the goddamn echoing, because the echoing is so bad in this room with the hardwood floor. So bad. But the cool thing about this mixer is that I can use like the what do they call that, the 1/4 inch to 3.5 millimeter or whatever, the adapter, and I can like plug other microphones and stuff in here. So like I could plug my lavalier mic if I was sitting close. Then I'd probably just end up using this. But if I was sitting close enough to my computer, like whenever I was doing my Nexus 5 or my Note 5 review, I could have my lavalier mic go into the mixer and record it straight through the mixer, and it'll probably make it sound better than using the Zoom. So there's all sorts of things that I could do with it. So I figured, why the hell not?
Word.
The mic was like 62 for the mic, and it came with a cable. The arm was like 36 or 37, and it came with a cable. It came with the clip that I'm using, as well as the shock mount. What else was there? Oh, the mixer was like $80. So like all together it was like 187 with the little pop filter.
That's not too bad.
So yeah, it wasn't too bad. I was like, whatever, because I was looking at getting what started the whole thing, or like not even talking about the show, but what started the whole thing was that the Blue Yeti, which was like the bigger, better version of the Snowball, it's usually like 120, 140, something like that, and it was on sale for like $80. So I was like, I told Kristen, I was like, I got like 135 left of my bonus money, I'll say, and then I was like, I'm going to buy this. And she's like, okay. And then I was like, do I want to buy that though? Or do I want to get like a mixer? Because I really wanted a good mic, you know, for like if I was going to stream and stuff. So then I went ahead and just started looking into all this, and literally spent an entire day at work just watching reviews on shit and like figuring out how all this works, and ended up like just going crazy and buying loads of crap. I'm like, oh, why? So, but like I said, it'll be better, you know, over time as I obviously learn how to use it better.
Fine tune it and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
Indeed.
So, for the
good stuff.
Half hour or so that I spent on it tonight, I got it to sound pretty decent through OBS and through the stream. So I was like, I'm good. I'll leave it here.
Yeah.
So.
Indeed.
Other than that, I think that's. Oh no, that's right. I'm thinking I'm going to reinstall my sound card.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the sound card has RCA inputs.
Oh, nice.
so I can do RCA from the mixer and just bypass the whole USB thing and go into a higher end sound card than what's on my motherboard most likely. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna
and
try it.
with the new video card, you shouldn't have any feedback issues.
Boom. That's the plan. So I'm gonna reinstall that on Friday as well. Well, maybe tomorrow after work. Maybe tonight. But no, probably tomorrow after work or this Friday. So there's just gonna be a lot of crap going on Friday. I'll probably just throw on some music and just redo the whole room.
Indeed. Yeah, that's what I need to do.
Oh, but
just my computer.
It had the lumbar pillow.
Yeah.
And it's like really freaking stiff. Thing's probably like, I don't know, like that thick. It's like really freaking thick, and it like pushed my back out so weird. Like I just couldn't use it. I was like, I can't use this. So
yeah, I don't like the lumbar pillow things like those. I don't understand.
It just don't feel the same as like a car.
Back arched enough, but
it was too much though. Like I felt like I couldn't slide far enough back in the seat. So I'm like,
I think it's for people that like sit off their chair.
Yeah,
so it just gives them a little bit of lumbar support. But if you're leaning back on your chair, use the full back end support.
Yeah,
then it's just way too far. It sticks out. Yeah, like you said, a couple inches, and have your spine curve like that. It's doesn't feel good. At least in my opinion.
So
it might
I gave
be,
it to Kristen.
Technically correct, but I mean ergonomically correct. But screw all that comfort.
Yeah, I'd rather be comfortable if I'm going to be sitting for a long period of time, technically. But but yeah, I gave it to Kristen to put in my old chair. She's going to use my old Torrent seat or whatever it was called from Office Max, and so she's going to be using that one, and then that red one that you had for a little while. I think you had it, right? Yeah, the red one that you had for a while. I don't know. I'll probably end up just giving it to my sister or whatever. I'll put it up on Facebook and be like, anybody need a computer chair? Because
my mom might need one.
If she wants it, she can have it. Because I don't want it.
Yeah, she's in that old blue one, but that thing was pretty crappy.
I don't know if this one's any better.
I think honestly I like that one a little bit better than the blue one you gave me.
Oh yeah. Does she care that it's half back or like mid back?
I mean,
it's not
the
tall.
same as the one you got me. Yeah, but I don't know.
Oh, she's using the blue one, the one that I had from work.
Yeah,
You didn't like that one?
Not so much. I like
I don't like it either.
The base of the seat. The base of the seat being attached to the back. I mean, I don't like the back when it just moves. You know what I'm saying? I personally, I don't know if my mom cares, but we'll see. But yeah, I'll ask her and see if she wants a chair.
Yeah, if she wants me to, if she wants it, or wants to try it out, just let me know and I can bring it over. I'll throw it in the back of my car and drive it over there, and she can try it out.
Word.
Because I'd rather somebody that'll actually use it, take it. I don't want to just put it at the end of the driveway and have somebody.
Yeah, what about Kenny? What chair does Kenny have? Did he get a chair, or is he still using like a lawn chair or whatever?
I don't know what he's using. I can't remember.
I know he had that ringy-dink one when we first initially set up his computer forever ago. I don't know if he's still using that or.
I don't know. I was just sitting in it not long ago, and I don't even remember what it was. I think it's a computer chair.
Did he get like a good computer chair? I don't know. We'll talk to him and see. Either way, we'll figure it out.
My mom must be watching.
Oh.
She just said it's getting boring.
Hi, Mom. Yeah.
All right, so let's get into the news.
We'll actually start, I guess.
Let's get into the news, I guess. So anyhow, the first one, let me see if my buttons are set up right. Yay, they are, but you're gone. Oh no, friend. There you are.
Oh, I'm back.
All right, so Intel joins the march towards multi-gigabit cable modems with its Puma 7 DOCSIS 3.1 chip. Hip hip hooray.
It's good stuff.
It is good stuff.
Hey, man.
Dude, it's going to be running the same... It's going to be like, what is it? It said it's being fabricated on the same 14 nanometer process as the Skylake. So it should run nice and cool.
I mean, most of the,
which has got to be fanless.
If the manufacturing process is there, I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't use it, to be honest. It's cheaper to produce, and it, runs cooler, more electric or efficient. So go for it. So, but yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, you think about it, like I had that old, what was it, the router everyone had, the Linksys WRT 45 or whatever it was,
54G or whatever it was, WRT
Yeah, yeah,
54G.
yeah. The one everyone had, and like when I think was it Lightning 60 came out, 60 megabits per second internet,
Yeah.
like that one wouldn't keep up, and it never occurred to me, the processor has to be fast enough to handle all that data, and it just couldn't handle it. So
Yep.
I mean, when you do it a gigabit a second of data transfer, you need a pretty beastly processor, so make it run cool.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm excited. I don't really know how much this is going to really. I mean, obviously, it's going to allow you to get better bandwidth and larger bandwidth and faster internet and all that other kind of stuff, but prices are still ridiculous for that high of internet right now. So it's like it's not even worth it, man. It's like $300
Yeah.
or not. It's like I think one place they were talking about they were like bragging about in North Carolina, I think it was Salisbury, Salisbury, North Carolina. They had like 10 gigabit. Was it 10 gigabit internet? Or was it just gigabit internet? I think it was 10 gigabit internet. But it was like $450 a month or something like that.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I'm like, what? I mean, it's cool and it's probably worth the $450 if you're running like a small business or something, but who the hell can pay $450 a month?
I mean, because that's just all up or down speed. With
Yeah.
a business, you'd be more. I think want more up speed than down speed. But I mean, maybe if I don't even know. I don't even know.
Up speed comes with the down speed, though. That's the thing.
Somewhat.
Your up speed always goes up. I mean, obviously, it doesn't go up as much.
Yeah.
But
well, most fiber is synchronous, but most cable stuff is asynchronous.
Right.
So down's usually a lot slower. Like mine, I think I have 150 down and 10 up.
So. Yeah. But yeah, so
it's okay. It's good for streaming. Good enough. So that's why I got it.
So I guess it has this weird thing. Support for packet accelerator and like third-party Wi-Fi stuff and voice recognition. I don't know why it would need that. But I guess it can do what Intel calls as hyperscan, which the unit can scan for malware and possible hackers on the fly.
I mean,
and kind of warn you about it, I guess.
Yeah, some kind of like firewall kind of stuff, some high-end firewall, because that has the fast Atom processor and stuff like that.
Yeah,
definitely help out.
But they claimed even when we talked about DOCSIS 3.1, God, what was it, like
initially?
10 or 11, 12 episodes. It was like forever ago. They claim 10 gigabits per second down and 1 gigabits per second up, but they're figuring realistically it'll be somewhere around 5.
Right. Yeah.
So
I mean,
which is still crazy.
Yeah, I always wanted to look up, like, I think all the new modems are 3. Like the ones we have now are 3. I don't know what the theoretical maxes are for those.
Yeah, I don't know either. I haven't looked into it.
It's got to be. It's probably got to be. I mean, just based on like the services that offer through cable modems, like 300, maybe 400 is the maximum out of those. At least cost efficient wise. Or the theoretical max might be like, I don't know, 1 gigabit, 750, something like that. So, because there's a lot of cable services that offer like around 300 megabit a second.
Oh yeah.
Down speeds, which are pretty good. But yeah, getting gigabit out so they don't have to roll out fiber networks.
I know this has nothing to do with technology or anything, but apparently Chile just had an 8.3 magnitude earthquake.
Wow.
And there's a tsunami alert right now.
Yeah, that's pretty.
That's big.
Wow.
That's big.
Yeah.
Isn't that what Japan had? Wasn't theirs like 8.6 or something like that?
I thought it was like 8.9 or something ridiculous.
Isn't 9 the highest?
I think 9.1's the highest ever, but it's like different. It's like 9 to like a 9.1 is like twice as bad. It's ridiculous because it's like
Yeah,
exponential
it multiplies.
the scale.
It multiplies. It doesn't just stack.
So, but
So
no,
yeah,
that's pretty big.
It's Chile. That's on the East
South
Coast.
America.
East Coast of South America, right?
No, west. It's
Is it?
the long, yeah,
The
it's the
long
long skinny
curve.
one along the Andes. I think it's the Andes Mountains down there.
Oh my god, I feel like such a retard right
On
now.
the Ring of Fire. Yeah.
Like I said, I know this has
I'm just kidding.
nothing to do with the
But
show.
oh no, technically speaking,
Okay,
while
there
you're
it
talking
is.
about this, yeah, when you're
New Zealand is totally effed. Okay, sorry.
yeah, seriously, but just some random things that I saw on like what's it called? Anyways, we'll get to that later. But no, just like I was talking about the how companies don't have to roll out fiber networks. There was this like map thing that I saw on Reddit or whatever, where you could like drag like the size of countries around, and it's like ridiculous how big the United States is in comparison.
Oh yeah.
Like on the map, you look at the map, you pull up Google Maps, it's like, oh, it's decent size, but United States is like bigger than Russia. It's ridiculous.
Like I think the UK fits like 90. What is it? Like 95% of the UK fits in Texas or some shit like that.
Yeah. No, like literally, I did that because I was like, man, the UK goes from like the very tip or bottom to the very top is like from Miami to Atlanta. That's it.
That's crazy. And that's why
I mean, like seriously, when we drive to what's it called?
Austin
for DreamHack or whatever. It's like we'll be driving from, London to Rome kind of thing.
And that's why they're always like, oh yeah, America's not as cultured as we are. Well, I'm sorry that I can't just like walk down to the end of my street and be in a different country. It's like, seriously. Come on, people. It's like we gotta like travel in order to go see another country.
Yeah. But if you think about it, I mean, that's why there's so many different dialects and stuff of English and stuff like that. It's just because that area of it's so vast. I mean, you got the South and the North and the Canadians and all their stuff. But I don't know. I just thought that was extremely interesting when I saw that. It's pretty cool.
The Canades. So yeah, internet will be hopefully getting faster. Which
man, faster down speeds. Like, is it this one or? I think it was in this article they're talking about. What's it called? I lost my train of thought. No, like they're talking about multiple 4K streams and stuff like that. And, like I never thought about that. Like how much data is required for high-end video streams, for high-quality video streams. It's quite a lot of data. And as the internet gets faster,
yeah,
maybe internet TV will finally take off.
Hopefully,
we'll get more competition to the cable services and drive prices down.
Update recently 83 in the chat.
What's that?
Why don't you use mainstream mine? What? G2A.
I think it's a spam link, to be honest.
Probably. Wouldn't surprise me. All right, so I think we pretty much. I think everybody's ready for faster internet. So
yeah, no one's complaining about faster internet. Well, I'm complaining about the prices, like you said.
Yeah.
At least locally, every time they come out with a newer speed, it's a new tier, so it's faster. The only time the base tier went faster is when the FCC upgraded the broadband requirements to 25 or 20 or whatever it was megabits. I think they still have 15 though. I think 15 is the lowest service, right? That's because that's what Kenny has, I think.
Yeah, but megabits. Didn't they say that like? Didn't they just recently pass a law where like 25 or 30 was the minimum that it could be now?
Well, no, that's what they consider broadband or high speed.
High speed broadband. Oh.
Well, I think it's called broadband because they can still use the term high speed internet, but the term broadband is restricted to like 25 or
so if they wanted to tell
like that.
Yeah. So if you wanted to get broadband, they can't make it any slower than 30 because of the name. All right. So anyway, we'll
But
go on. Go ahead and go on to the next one because the next one is pretty damn interesting. I just read about this today, actually.
I could
Microsoft
see it, but
interested in acquiring AMD.
I mean,
I could definitely see
Microsoft's
it.
pushing into the mobile industry, so for the mobile industry, it could definitely work out well for them, I guess, because then they can, like Apple, they have one chip or whatever, and they can program directly for that, get it as
Right.
streamlined as
That's why it
possible for
works
that
so
single
well.
device. Yeah.
That's why
So I mean,
Apple's
in that
devices work so
aspect,
well.
it'd be really good. It'd be really good for them to upgrade to it, and then that it could help increase the what's it called competition, I guess, for Intel for Windows-based systems. But
yeah, to an extent.
I don't know. Was this Fudzilla? Isn't that like a rumors website?
Of
course, I mean, it is.
Kind of.
I guess.
It is, but they actually have like
I just remember the name
sources
for some reason.
Yeah, they have industry sources or whatever that they have from other people, I guess, getting all this information.
No, I'm sure there's talks about it because it makes sense for Microsoft to do that.
I mean, like the big things, like I marked in the notes or whatever, is that this could help Xbox, and not only for the mobile thing, like you were talking about, for like the Surface and all that kind of stuff, but it could also help them make a new console chip and APU and all that stuff really focused on for the next Xbox. I know the AMD GPUs are doing better with DirectX 12 than the NVIDIA ones are, so that could really help them push DirectX 12, which obviously DirectX 12 is Microsoft's baby. So just think about that, man. I mean, just think about, like, if they bought it, they got AMD, they were able to code for it even better and make DirectX 12 like crazy badass on an AMD GPU.
And it's kind of fits with Microsoft's, whatever you call it. I can't even think of the phrase people use. But where they're closing down the systems, they're not making it so open anymore. So if they start closing it down on like setup wise, like
well, that's weird because they actually mentioned in the article that they've been more open lately than before. Because they were talking about how this could affect people like in Linux, because people love AMD for Linux because it's all opened. So they're like, oh, it could really hit the Linux people hard. But they were talking about how the one guy that I guess is like, where was it at? Crap, I don't remember where it was.
Yeah, I remember reading something about Linux in there, but I think that's the next article, or one of the other articles.
No, here it is. It says, of course, Microsoft would have to compete with NVIDIA, and it says Linux fans of AMD GPUs would not be too happy about it, although Redmond has been getting more open source friendly lately.
I don't know what Redmond is.
I think Redmond is...
Oh, that's the... Man, there's so many articles that are the same. No, that was a different article. Maybe Redmond, I think, is like a...
Isn't that where they are? Or something? Like a place?
Maybe. Yeah, where they call it Centrino for Apple, or whatever it is.
Something like that. But yeah, so anyway, I mean, it could definitely help out a lot. I mean, and of course it would save AMD's ass.
Yeah.
For the most part.
I mean, because at
least for a little while.
Chip.
I mean, at least it'll keep them afloat.
Was it this article or another article? Oh yeah, no.
What?
Yeah, they were talking about how AMD or they might split up the graphics or GPU market as well.
Oh, that was the one that I talked about last week.
Yeah. Well, it's mentioned in this article too.
Yeah, they're bringing back the ATI.
Yeah, they might split the companies, and then
Oh, they already have.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, they already did.
I didn't watch last week's show. I'm so bad. Or read the notes.
Well, no, it wasn't in the notes this week. It was last week's show. That was the official announcement that I did for last week, was that is that they actually did separate it out, and like the one guy was
Oh.
now the new president of the
So
GPU
behind on the
division.
technology. Okay, I didn't know that. I've been living in a box, man.
No, it's
Telling you,
fine.
this past couple of weeks have been crazy. So, but
yeah,
no,
so they
that
did
makes
already
it
split.
a bit more interesting. So yeah, I was kind of thinking like, AM or I guess now ATI is. I don't know if it'd be great for Microsoft to do that, but
What?
it's a separate company now. Like for them to take over for the
I don't know.
graphics.
Yeah, I don't know if it's necessarily a separate company. I think it.
Well, I think they're moving towards that.
Yeah, I think they
Especially,
might be trying to move towards that.
especially because Microsoft, I think, would be more interested in the processors and the. I don't know. Because like the mobile platform's all system on chips, so that's kind of. I mean, then there'd be licensing fees and stuff like that.
Yeah, because this is where it mentions it here in this article. It says the fact that Raja Koduri, a man behind cool things at ArtX and ATI Radeon R300 now runs Radeon Technology Group, could mean that the company might be acquired in pieces. We always suggested that one of the solutions is that AMD sells off GPU business to a company that would license it back to AMD for its APU products.
Yeah, make AMD its own, or in ATI its own independent company kind of again.
Yeah, and then just license their stuff back to AMD. So essentially, it's like they're together but not.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's fine.
Just interesting. That's all.
Yeah.
Like breaking up just to get back together again. It's kind of weird, but that's business.
Well, I mean, they can't really because the mobile chipset, so big. So system on chips huge now for phones and other mobile devices. So
yeah,
I'm sure a lot of their research and stuff is spent on that. So.
All right. So on to the next one. Are you posting the links by the? Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Man, good job, sir. Good job.
I know. At least I'm good at something.
I have to give you a raise.
Yes.
All right. So Acer has released a new monitor, ultra-wide display called the Predator Z35. So it's 144 hertz native, 200 hertz overclocked, 35-inch curved display beast. I guess it has an AMVA panel with a resolution of 2560 by 1080, which is the only thing that kills it. Because that resolution at that size is kind of crap.
Well, it's just because it's extra wide.
Yeah.
I mean, basically, it's like two 24s together. So.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sort of.
I mean, it's less, but
I was gonna say that'd be 48 inches, but I know what you mean.
I meant like pixels. It's less because it's not 1920 times 2.
So it supports NVIDIA's G-Sync as well as their ultra-low motion blur strobing feature. And I guess the AMVA, which I still don't know what that stands for. I don't even know if it says in here. But AMVA panel, I guess, is...
Like your panel's a VA. I don't know what AM means.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Your panel's a VA.
It's probably like active... I bet you it's active matrix and then whatever VA is.
Probably.
So AMVA panel, I guess, is quite far, above TN in color, but not quite as good as IPS, of course. And it's going to launch in December in the US for $1,200.
One thing though is it lists the specs on here. The response time I think is incredibly slow. I mean, gray to gray is okay, but 12 millisecond response time for I assume colors. I don't know how that's measured, but I mean, I think 144 hertz is like 7 milliseconds, 7 or 8 milliseconds.
Yeah.
So it's like the refresh time's almost 2 frames. So that's kind of crappy.
Yeah, I know.
So there might be some blur or whatever associated with that, just because the pixels.
But then you use the NVIDIA ultra low motion blur strobing feature, and you eliminate that.
Yeah, it just darkens the screen so you don't notice it. So, but no, I mean, like. Of
course, you have G-Sync too,
gaming,
which will smooth it down.
Yeah. Yeah, but still, I mean, for gaming, it's hard to beat a TN panel, man.
Yeah.
Though there are starting to come a few like IPSs and VAs
Oh,
and
yeah.
stuff, 144
They're
hertz, but I just don't like.
very expensive though.
Yeah, I'm wondering like because this lists both like the gray to gray and non-gray to
Whatever that
gray.
is.
I don't know
Yeah,
what,
I don't know what that is either.
yeah,
I've never seen it show both.
but yeah, I know like I wonder what 1 millisecond like a you know BenQ or Acer 1 foot. Well, yours is a VA panel, but even that, like you're all 1 millisecond gray to grays. I wonder what the non-gray to gray is. If those are actually in the 5 millisecond range, where it would actually refresh before each frame hits. I don't know, but I mean, more options and stuff is good, I guess, for curved screens. Curved screens, I'm not into. I guess I haven't seen it or used it. I just don't see the benefit of it. Besides costing a lot of money, taking money out of your wallet, making it lighter.
Yep.
But
sorry, I was just reading some of these people's scientific responses to this thing. It's pretty interesting.
The big thing with a curved screen, I know a TN, if you're not directly on, it's gonna cause some hue differences and stuff like that with the colors.
That's what they said with this.
Panel, a TN curve panel, it'd be like,
yeah. They said that it was like it says it's 178 degrees horizontal and vertical viewing angle, but they mentioned in here that it says the panel is still advertised as 178 by 178 degrees like an IPS panel. They're still known to have a greater shift in contrast than modern IPS displays, though.
Yeah, the VAs.
So for gamers, this doesn't really pose an issue, but for any sort of color critical work, obviously.
Yeah.
If you're doing color critical work, you're not going to buy this shit anyway.
Hertz. Yeah.
You're going to be buying a freaking IPS panel with crazy colors.
Yeah. There are those people out there that are.
And snobs, I would hope that if you were, I would hope that if you're doing like that type of work, you would be smart enough to know that anyway. Yeah. That you buy whatever fits what you're going to be doing.
Mm-hmm. But they're just reporting on
oh yeah,
so. I still need to get a 144 hertz monitor. There's so much stuff I need to buy. It's ridiculous. I need to win the lottery or something.
It's so expensive, dude.
Mechanical keyboard. I want to get the stupid K70 RGB Corsair one.
Oh,
that's
dude.
$130.
I know.
But
I've been wanting a new keyboard so bad.
Yeah. Then
I don't even need one, but I want one.
Yeah. Need a new monitor, but then if it's like get one monitor, I want to get a matching set, so it's like so expensive. Then I gotta get a triple monitor stand and all that other stuff. It's like, oh my gosh, buy a new desk. So much stuff I want. Buy a new chair.
Yeah.
So much money.
Hey man, it's taken me forever to get to this point.
Yeah, I know.
It's taken me a while. I've been adding to it and adding to it and adding to it.
Yeah.
But you got your car though, man. That's where your money's at. So I don't have that. I just have a freaking.
Yeah.
So yeah. You just had your money into something else. That's all.
I know. I haven't put any money in the car in a long time. Just haven't had a lot of money lately.
But the amount of money that you put into the car, it's not as much as some people. But I'm just saying, you know what I'm getting at.
It's way too much money.
Like if you would have been doing this and focusing on computer stuff, think of the crazy shit you could have if you would have put your money into that instead of the car. Yeah.
I don't even know. I don't even know what
you'd be that guy.
That much money.
Big displays all wrapping around you and a crazy floating chair and all that kind of stuff.
I'd have a streaming PC.
Because I think those cockpits are like $7,000.
Are they?
I think it's like $7,000 and it doesn't include the monitors.
Actually, I'd probably buy one of those like racing cockpit things with the
Ubuntu or whatever it's called. Oh, you're talking about one of those.
No, the ones with the hydraulics.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Those things are like 150,000.
$10,000.
Really? That's it?
I gotta spend $25,000 somehow.
Yeah, that's true. Might as well go big or go home, right?
I know. I'd probably have triple Titan X's, or what's the new one? Titan X, yeah, there's no one.
Yeah.
Something retarded. But yeah. I always want to upgrade something. And just like I want to upgrade my laptop.
You could always upgrade to a new Porsche.
Yeah, I could.
That's electric and doesn't suck up all your gas money.
Yeah.
That was a pretty shitty segue.
Yeah.
I tried. All right.
Works.
So Porsche is releasing, or not releasing, but conceptually, I guess it would be a car called the Mission E, and they're looking to compete with Tesla. So it's got a 311-mile range on a single charge, what's equal to 600 brake horsepower, with a 0 to 62 miles per hour in under 3.5 seconds, top speed of over 150 miles per hour. And they claim that it can restore to an 80% charge in just 15 minutes.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Courtesy of their 800-volt turbo charging system, which is faster than Tesla's current superchargers.
Yeah. I mean, because that's what we're going to need. Like I said,
Yeah, you need to be able to pull over, plug it in, maybe 5 minutes, it's fully charged before it becomes like a real thing.
Not even fully charged. Like if you could do 80% in like 5 minutes and have like a 400-500 mile range, I mean that's perfect.
But I can fully fill. But I can fully fill my car in 5 minutes. So you got to make it equal. It's got to be 100% charged in 5 minutes to make it plausible for people to actually
you just make the range longer.
Make
the range 600 miles, and then 80% of 600 miles or 80% of 500 miles is enough. Because like most cars, I think 350 miles or so is about the sweet spot for tankfuls or charges or whatever.
I only get like 280 something, 290 usually.
Yeah.
But it's a small
anything
tank.
more than that. I mean, anything more than that, even going 80 miles an hour, it's a long time in a car. Like you get some of these cars that are like, 600-mile range. I mean, really? You're going to be sitting in a car for like 8 hours at a time? No, you want to stop and get out. This from someone that
true.
Takes
you take a lot of road trips.
8,000-mile road trips in a couple weeks. So you can only do so much driving, man. After 4 or 5 hours, dude, you want to get out of the car.
I'm gonna be itching just driving to Austin.
10-15 minutes.
Just the drive to Austin. I'm gonna get to like the edge of Florida, or not even probably that far. Can we get out? Can we get out?
You don't even know. You don't even know. Dude, Florida lasts forever.
Oh, I know.
No joke. No joke. It's like that's what
Kristen says every time too.
Houston or whatever. It's like, it's no big deal, Nope, it's like 10 hours of Florida. It's ridiculous out of the 15 hours. And then it's like 20 or 30 miles, or I think it's like 40 or 50 miles per state, because it's just like the little pieces of Mississippi and Alabama and stuff like that when you're going through them. So, but Florida.
I remember coming back from Killeen, Texas with Vicky and Jimmy, and we were coming down that way or whatever, and I was like, "Oh, welcome to Florida." And it was
you're like, yes, Florida. You think,
you're like, oh man, Florida. And then I'm like, I was sitting
5 hours to get to 75.
I was sitting in the back of her little Plymouth or Dodge Daytona, like this, like a freaking little hatchback. I mean, you know what it is. And I'm like sitting out back there, like all cooped up, and I got the dog next to me, and I'm packed in with a bunch of freaking crap. And then I'm like, oh man, we're in Florida. And then like it felt like we were like almost home, and it's like, oh, you passed Panama City. I'm like, what? We're only in Panama? Like,
might as well be Panama the country.
Yeah, dude, it's bad. Like I remember going to Kentucky for John's wedding or whatever. That was bad. Like just driving and driving and driving and driving. I mean, I didn't have to go the Panhandle, of course, but still.
Yeah, just going up 10 or 75.
Yeah,
it's not horrible, but
it still sucks.
Yeah.
Like I love whenever I stop seeing palm trees. Like that's whenever I become like, hey, yes.
Starting to get somewhere.
I'm starting to get somewhere. There's no palm trees.
Indeed.
So yeah, I mean this is cool, but again, this is like a more concept bullcrap, which I hate concept cars. I get it. They're cool, but it's like it's not gonna look like that. It's not gonna. I mean, it's just I hate like bragging or talking about something and trying to showcase something that 99.9% of the time never happens.
Yeah.
It just seems like such
Yeah,
a
I mean,
waste of
but the
money.
majority, like this article is more about the technology, which that's more.
Oh
That's
yeah.
probably about 95% will actually, be realistic numbers rather than the concept cars where only like 50% of the car looks like the production model. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, but yeah, I mean the biggest thing is that the 80% in 15 minutes. That's big because I mean you could actually take that car on a road trip for a couple 500 miles or something like that. You could drive to Kentucky. I mean, yeah, you're not just stopping for 10 minutes and filling the tank, but you know, it's getting there.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh
Like it
yeah.
says, Tesla has that superchargers thing. I clicked on the link and it didn't really tell me how fast their charge was, like the 80% in X minutes or whatever. It didn't say.
Yeah, I think it's. I think there. I remember reading it in another article. I think I want to say it was. I want to see that their 80% was like 25 minutes or 30 minutes. Maybe it was 30 minutes.
30 minutes. Yeah, that's a bit excessive. So 15 minutes is a big upgrade from that. Because,
So
15 minutes, that's a long stop at a gas station or, a charging station or whatever. But you get out, you have a cup of coffee or something, have a little bite to eat, like a sit down bite to eat. That's 15 minutes. That's not too bad. So
right.
we're getting there for electric cars. So, and realistically, the performance of them, like, it's it's really hard to beat an electrical car. All that instant torque, you just nail the gas in instant, like the Tesla thing. I can't remember what they have at the supercharge, or not supercharge mode, but whatever that mode they have now. It's like instant power. So,
Mm-hmm.
so performance wise is there to drive an electric car. I'm still like, have you ever driven a car with a CVT? Constant
Uh,
variable transmission, like a Nissan, the newer Nissans.
yeah.
Oh, I absolutely hate it. It's just like the experience of driving is so bad. That's what I haven't driven like an electric car, like a fast electric car.
Yeah. I heard the
But
Teslas are fine. Like they don't
that
feel that way at all.
that
I don't
that
know.
noise though of the engine and shifting gears and stuff, I like it. It's gonna be hard
Mm-hmm.
to not get or
You like the old school
get used to that.
mechanical of it.
Yeah, I mean you just like the shift and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like a
I
CVT,
know what you mean.
I can't stand it, man. Like I
I
had
think
a
that's how the Ford Fusion is.
Nissan, the CVT,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure because like you
the
hit the
hybrid, yeah,
yeah, hybrid, yeah. So it's like that. It's like
Mhm. Yeah, and it
it
makes it
just
crappy to drive.
yeah, it's not as fun.
No, yeah, I mean because yeah, it might have the torque and the power and stuff, but it just doesn't feel the same.
Yeah, see, so
It's all just mental, but
this thing here says that Tesla's supercharger. This is right from their website. Um, It says, in battery terms, this means reducing current in order to balance cell voltage, ultimately tapering down to a trickle as it nears full. The resulting charge profile is why we recommend charging to 80%, which is typically enough to reach a neighboring supercharger station. And it says, using a supercharger is as easy as using a wall connector. You simply plug in, walk away, and in approximately 30 minutes, you have enough range to get to your destination or the next station. So 30 minutes for 80% is what it sounds like to me.
yeah, so that's a big upgrade going to 15 on
Whoa.
VWs or Porsches or whatever.
Hangouts just went to like 90s quality.
Nice.
Gotta
So,
love it.
indeed, technology. We need gigabit internet
Indeed.
and Skype to not be. Actually, I just need to
Yeah.
fix my computer.
Yeah, you
Stop
should
being
probably
so
do that.
lazy. Yeah, one day, one day.
It's not so hard, really.
No, it's not. It's just I'm like, oh, I'm
Annoying.
gonna do it. I'll play a match or two of Counter Strike. Then 4 matches later, I'm like, oh, I should have done that.
I haven't played Counter Strike in freaking forever.
Yeah.
I probably lost my rank.
Maybe. I almost got down to 8K. It's been hard though. It's been a hard travel though. Though with this latest update with the A4, M4, A1, the silenced one being so different. Yeah, I gotta relearn it. It's annoying.
Does it suck now?
It fires slower. That's the only. It fires
Like how?
slower, has less armor penetration, and
Yeah. Like how much slower? Like I mean, obviously,
it's
like
noticeably slower. It fires like the
because
Galil.
ew.
Yeah. Like really, the gun. It's horrible to spray with now. Absolutely horrible. It's all about like how I've been using it when I play it is just tapping. It's and that's how you kill people. You just aim at the head and tap. Accuracy still seems good, even though they say the accuracy is supposed to be wider.
Well, accuracy with the first shot is
Penetration.
good. The spray is wider,
So
so
that's what I like. Man, but I tried using the regular M4, the A4, and I couldn't do it, man. Like it's so annoying to use that gun for some reason. I
really, I
don't
love
like
using that gun.
it. Oh, you probably transition fine then, but I'm like I don't know why I can't use it. My sprays are. I mean, maybe once I learn it, but it's like I don't know. I just feel like I can't hit people in the head with it. I can't tap people in the head. But hitboxes have changed, so they're bigger hitboxes now that match the models a little bit better and stuff. So it's kind of it's a good update. But the M4, I hope they change
I think the reason why they did that,
or the firing speed back.
Yeah,
If
I
they
think
change
the reason why they did it is because
back,
the M4A1S was so accurate that now that the hitboxes are so big, they probably made the hitboxes bigger and then realized that the M4A1S was so OP it was ridiculous. So that's the reason why they changed the M4. I guarantee that's the way that it went. Like they were like, oh, let's fix the hitboxes because everybody's bitching about it, and then they're like, freaking like one tapping people all over the freaking place, and they're like, okay, we need to change this.
Okay, yeah. All right, but anyways, back to articles.
Yes, back to the next article.
Too much.
The next article is Samsung Electronics fails to win contract for NVIDIA's Pascal GPU. So they're not going with Samsung. They're actually going with Taiwan's semiconductor manufacturing company, TSMC.
Which I think
they've been using for a while now.
Biggest what do they call it? I can't even remember. Manufacturer of electronics, I guess, or chips. What do they call it? Foundries or something?
Foundry, yeah, it's the biggest foundry.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, I think they make all Intel stuff.
Don't hurt yourself, friend.
What?
Don't hurt yourself trying to think of that word. Foundry.
No problem.
All right, so I'm just gonna read off my notes because there's two articles to this. So half of it is talking about this, and the other half is talking about the actual GPU. So it's going to be a 16 nanometer FinFET production process. And experts figure it's Samsung's lack of experience that made NVIDIA pick TSMC over them, which sounds about right because Samsung knows what they're doing, but they haven't been doing it as long. And I guess there's somewhere in here it said something about that. Oh, here it is. The U.S. tech company selected the world's largest foundry for product consistency. So I guess Samsung's products aren't as consistent.
Well, I think that we're talking about, in the article it says they were thinking about using both of them, using both Samsung and TSMC or whatever it is, TSMC, to produce the chips. But I guess their processes are slightly different. So they both use the 16 nanometer FinFET. FinFET process, but they're slightly different. So they didn't want those inconsistencies between the two different chips, so they had to select one of them. And they've been using TSMC for ever. I think as long as NVIDIA has been in business, they've been using TSMC. So they just stayed with them. I think that's where it is. It's just their processes are slightly different, and they didn't want that inconsistency between, the chip coming out of Korea than Taiwan or whatever it is. So just like it's the same foundry or company, I guess, but some like I don't know if it's so much now, but back in the day, with overclocking Intel chips, you can get a chip out of Taiwan that was better than a chip out of Costa Rica or something like that.
Yeah.
So they didn't want things like that.
It says here that Samsung has strengthened its competitiveness using the production process of 14 nanometer FinFETs, which it introduced before TSMC did. But in particular, the fact that the A9 processors that are featured in the new iPhone 6s and the 6s Plus were produced using the Korean company's production process of 14 nanometer FinFET worried the Taiwanese firm's executives.
Oh, 14. So it's a little bit different.
Yeah, well, so Samsung used the 14 nanometer for the A9 processors that are in the new iPhones that are coming out soon. But I guess the TSMC didn't like, and I guess NVIDIA didn't like the production process of those 14 nanometer, which I guess saying that they're not as consistent with its performance.
Yeah, that probably just the yields out of the batches are worse.
Right.
Because, I think
probably got a lot of bad
I'm not
chips.
sure how they're still, but they used to be like a big wafer like this, a silicon wafer this big, and then just print the chips on it. So, and then they have a yield of how many good chips are out of it, how many bad chips and stuff like that. So I think that the yield
maybe like
probably
5% versus 3% or something like that.
Yeah. So,
but
it's all money in the end. But
so then it tied into this one, which was a link that was in the other article from WCCF Tech. So the Pascal CPU or GPU, which I've heard Linus talk about for quite a while now. I guess it was hinted around, but I guess it's planning on launching in 2016, of course, and it's going to feature new technologies such as high bandwidth memory 2, version 2, NVLink, and mixed precision support. And I guess they have already confirmed that it's going to, the high bandwidth memory 2 in the flagship card, which will most likely be another Titan, will be HBM2 VRAM, but 16 gigabytes of HBM2 VRAM.
Yeah, that's like the problem with the current AMD Fury chips. That it's like the high bandwidth memory or whatever. The first iteration of it, it's not enough lanes, I guess you can call it. So they're limited to 4 gigabits of RAM or gigabytes of RAM. So that's one of the downfalls of like the current AMD chips, where they say they're going to do a refresh on it, or ATI, I guess I should say now, if they are a separate company, but they are going to do a refresh of it for the AMD cards that will alleviate some of those issues and allow for the higher video memories that you need for 4K resolutions and stuff like that.
Right.
So, but yeah, 16 gigabytes of VRAM, it's ridiculous. Just like that box that I had of the Voodoo 3 3500, 16 megabytes of RAM. So we used to play games on 16 megabytes, and of course before that, 2 megabytes, 1 megabyte.
Yep. Ridiculous. It's gonna keep on going up, man. It makes me wonder.
Which is fine.
It makes me wonder though, like, how long is it going to be before we're seeing like a terabyte of VRAM?
Probably not too long. I'd say 5 years.
You think that soon? I don't think that soon. They're only at 16 gigabytes now.
It'll be exponential. I mean, it's exponential. I mean, what was it?
It was like 5 years ago. They were at like 2 gigabytes.
Well, 2007. I mean, how much RAM did you have?
I know. I didn't have something like that. Yeah.
I mean, maybe a gigabyte.
Yeah, maybe
2 gigabytes.
I mean,
maybe now it's 6.
I think maybe 10 years. Gigabytes. It'll be a terabyte of VRAM.
Okay, well,
that's a lot of VRAM.
Let's do this. How much will mainstream cards be using? Thing is consoles drive a lot of the video game industry. So, with the slow console refresh rate, you might be right. It might be 10 years.
Yeah,
but I think you might see some cards, getting into the 100 megabyte range in a couple of years. Probably two or 3 years, you'll have a 128 meg card. 64 meg will be the norm, and 128 meg cards will be the good stuff, and because everyone will be using 4K resolutions and stuff like that. So
yeah, I won't switch to 4K. I won't switch to 4K until it's mainstream. It's not necessarily mainstream, but I'll say
the cost come down.
Until in enthusiast 4K. So like, not mainstream like, 970, 980, but like you have to go to like a TI to get 144 hertz 4K. Because you can already do 4K 60 right now, but
yeah, as soon as a single enthusiast card will, support 100 and something FPS on 1440p or
4K.
4K.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's just not worth it to me.
So it'll be a while before that, but I mean, we're getting there. And the biggest thing will be like, it's weird how everything ties together. Like I said, like the oh fuck, retarded. Cable modems. Like we're talking about.
Yeah.
Once the bandwidths get there and for more 4K resolutions or like videos and stuff are, readily available, and Netflix is streaming 4K. Even I know there's some currently now, but as soon as it becomes bigger and popular, then 4K will be adopted more, and that games will be 4K. And the next big thing for consoles, I'm sure, will be 4K resolution support for consoles and blah blah blah. Stuff like that. So
it's gonna get really crazy though.
Getting there. Yeah.
So,
but the biggest thing I'm kind of waiting for, I know it's kind of there, like now it's there, but solid state drives. I'm waiting for their explosion of capacity. I know the current I think they're 3D chips now, like with the latest ones, like the Samsung 850s and stuff like that. You can get a terabyte drive for $300 now, but I'm waiting for them to start being 2-3 terabytes or you can get a terabyte drive for $150. Once that start becoming more popular, then like I said, of course, resolutions will start getting higher because you can store a 50, 60, 70, 100 gigabyte game won't be so much or so taxing on your what's it called? Space requirements.
on
your hard drive and stuff like that. So, slowly getting there. So I really think 5 years, you'll see a terabyte card. It'll be like a Titan X or something like that, but I think you'll see a terabyte card of VRAM.
That'd just be ridiculous, though.
It really will be, but I mean,
I could definitely see it happening, but that's a little. That's so much VRAM.
Just think about the quality of it, though. I mean, you have 4K texture, or all the textures, and like you'll have video games that look like
6 gigabytes of VRAM now, and it's still half of it looks like shit. Is it really going to look better, like I said, or is it just going to be lazier?
No, I mean it is diminishing returns, but I think you'll start getting video games like texture qualities start going up drastically, and more particles on screen and stuff like that. So just like all the the hair stuff, like NVIDIA hair or whatever, all this crap that they talk about, like each individual strand of hair, that's a texture, so it needs to be stored in VRAM. So they start adding things like that, the VRAM just starts skyrocketing, and realistically you get
that's what I hate, though.
Minuscule increase of graphical quality, I guess.
They're focusing on the wrong thing.
The requirements are going up.
Gives a shit about hair. I personally just like.
But it's
I
the
don't want
things
to
that make it good.
I don't want to video card work harder just so I can see some guy's flowing lock. I don't fucking care. I want to see better landscapes, better lighting, better.
Well, okay. Instead of hair, instead of hair, we talk about leaves. Each individual leaf on.
That's better. I'm good with
10,000 leaves on a tree. You get a lot of textures of each one of those, or, so that type of stuff. Nor now it's just one texture for all of them, so it all looks the same. Now they can start doing, a variation of textures on them and stuff like that. So, but same type of thing. I mean, clothing, the folds in clothing and the multiple layers on that and stuff like that. Just the lighting. I mean, it takes a lot of VRAM for all that stuff.
Yeah.
So, and once the power and stuff gets there, you know, I
I
think
got a
we'll see
weird
it.
issue
Better VRAM.
with my audio.
What's that?
Like, it's not going over a certain point.
Yeah.
Really weird. It's like no matter what I do, you see it? Are you looking? Can you see it, or is it really crappy
Yeah.
quality that you can't see it?
I can see it.
It's like stopping.
You probably have to turn up your gain on your what's it called?
I wonder if it's this. Is it that doing it? No, that's not doing it either.
No, it's probably the gain on your.
It's up though. It's like back. Oh, not the gain. I turn. Hold on. I don't think that's it. I don't think that's it at all. Hello.
All right. Well, like the volume. Is there a volume knob or anything on that? You broke it.
It just died. Oh, there it goes. Now it's back.
Yeah. I don't know. You can try increasing the volume boost levels in the audio of OBS. It's the only thing I can think of. That changes those pretty drastically. But so, I mean, it's kind of, I mean, it seems weird that they're coming out with this Pascal GPU so soon after the Maxwell, but I guess the Maxwell is pretty old. It's almost 2 years old now, I guess, right? So I guess it's time, but
yeah,
we'll see. And then I didn't read any of those articles you sent me of the DirectX 12 stuff on the NVIDIA GPUs, but I wonder if there are some like big performance issues with that, which I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah,
I
it's
didn't read
the
anything about the asynchronous.
Yeah, the asynchronous telemetry crap or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know what all of that entails. Like, asynchronous. What exactly is asynchronous about it, or why then? I didn't read anything about that, but I wonder if they're pushing this new, maybe I don't know, maybe they're relying on this new GPU to come out to help save their asses or something. We'll see. I hope not, because I'd really suck if my 970 is garbage and I can't use it for another 2 or 3 years.
Yeah,
which
I feel you about my 980.
Yeah,
because my 980 Ti will have the same issue.
I was thinking, well, you'd upgrade, and then I'd get your 980, or buy your 980 Ti from you, and that'll hold me out for till the next wave of upgrades. But
it won't.
If
it's causing problems like this,
if it sucks so much on DirectX 12, it might be sooner that we might have to both upgrade.
What's going on? Why it's doing this?
No idea. So, but
OBS must be.
So in this NV link, I was trying to read a little bit about this NV link. Like, are they trying to do that for DirectX 12, like multi GPU stuff? And I don't really understand it. Is it like a SLI type connector, or is it through the PCI? Because it's saying it's faster and less latency than going through the PCIe bus, but so that and then it has to be like a secondary transfer. But then they're talking about transfer to the CPU. So I was trying to do a little bit of research on that, a couple minutes before the show, but
yeah,
I didn't.
This is the one that I stopped on.
Yeah,
I was like sitting there doing this, and
I went through a couple of articles on here, but it just didn't make sense to me too much. So, but I don't know. We'll see. But if they're talking, because right now we don't use, most GPUs. Well, I guess that's another big thing of the high bandwidth memory. Is the memory bandwidth is going to go through the roof. Because right now, even your 980 Ti, the Titan X and stuff, were still 300 to 500 megabits or gigabits a second on video memory bandwidth, which is good. But at high resolutions, when you start transferring huge texture files, using up all that VRAM, it bogs it down and creates a little bit of latency, which reduces frames. So with this high bandwidth our high bandwidth memory 2, version 2, or whatever, they're talking up to 1 terabyte a second of VRAM transfer rates, which is incredibly well. But then that's why this NVLink thing, I'm like, well, okay, maybe they're transferring between GPUs for like the multi-GPU DirectX 12 stuff.
Yeah.
But it's like 80 gigabytes a second, which I think the PCIe 3 slots are like 60 or 70, which is not that much faster. But I guess they say the latency is lower. But again, I don't know if it goes through the PCIe slot and it's like new instructions, or if it's actually like a secondary proprietary connector, or how exactly everything works. But because if you could use even like the DDR4 RAM, transfer stuff between there,
Yeah.
it'll help out performance a little bit. Just reducing latency times for load times and stuff like that for transferring textures. Less latency, the better. So we'll see. A lot of stuff I don't really understand, but it's interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I gotta read more about it, of course, as it comes up. But yeah, I most likely won't be buying it, so it doesn't.
You're a liar.
I won't be, especially not if it's like the
but
flagship. If it's not the
680, well, they'll have.
If it's the flagship, that's what I'm saying. They probably won't have. What do you think?
Well, they will.
Maybe
the Titan X is the same GPU as the 980.
No, but I guarantee it won't be HBM2. I guarantee it. The next Ti will not be HBM.
They're not going to pull NVIDIA. I mean, ATI and do it like that. No.
Make everybody jump on the more expensive card. I guarantee.
Not especially if
it'll be two more.
If there's issues with the what's it called? If there's issues with the
they're not going to admit that though. They're fighting it so hard right now as it is. They're not going to admit to it and say, "Oh, well, we released these
performance
cards
numbers don't lie."
I know they don't lie, but they're not. They're going to say that it's something that's going on with.
So why would they produce a product or release a product that's inferior to their competition and pass it off as awesome next gen stuff when it's not?
It'll still be awesome next gen stuff. It just won't be HBM2. You don't have to have HBM2 just to DirectX 12.
Well, it's like saying, "Oh, okay." I'm trying to think. Nothing really thinks, but the processor is built for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're not adding instructions for.
Okay, so maybe it'll have 8 gig.
5. Yeah, I mean it won't be.
Whereas the flagship has
stuff,
6.
Of course, but yeah, and of course they'll trim down the the bit rate. I mean the bus size and stuff like that, just like they currently do. So the top end cards will be perform that much better, but I think the 970, the 980, whatever. Yeah, I mean the 970, 980 will be the new architecture. So right. I think we'll be upgrading to that. You'll by buying the 1080 or whatever they call it, 1080. That's the same thing. 1080, 10,800. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, I know what you meant.
Whatever they're gonna call it. So.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll see. I'm curious to see what they call it too.
I'm curious to see how much it's.
They'll probably go back to the 3s, like a GeForce 3, whatever. Probably do something like that. I'm assuming. We'll see. But
yeah, it's gonna be interesting. All the new stuff coming out.
This article.
Well, I don't think it really matters.
No, it'll be. I'm definitely interested in it. I hope it's good and hope it's cheap. That's the biggest thing. Hopefully, ATI does produce some competition, so helps us out, the consumer. I don't know. You messed it all up.
I think I just killed it. Do I need it like that?
What you doing? Yeah, it's working fine. I can hear. Oh, it's not going through OBS. I can hear you through Hangouts though. Yeah, your noise gate's too high. That's what it is.
What?
Yeah, your threshold levels are too high.
I think I had it set like this. There.
Yeah, I think a
Okay.
little bit lower. You might be good.
I don't know. I have to mess with this.
Yeah, because you see the normal levels where it's at now.
Yeah, right here. But see, now I'm
Yeah.
going over this one.
Well, that's fine. That's when you want it to open.
What's this one?
That's where it closes. So you would need that higher than your normal level. So you can pull that down just a little bit because you see the normal level now currently. So then anything a little bit higher than that, I'd say. Yeah,
So
right
like
there.
that?
And then you can pull your open down a little bit more.
Like
So
that.
anytime the threshold goes over the open, it opens the mic and OBS can hear you.
Okay, but now
So that's how that works.
it's picking up background noise now, though.
Well, only when you're talking.
But I'm not talking right now, and it's still picking up stuff. I need the decibel to be higher, so it closes off my fans and stuff.
I don't think you'd hear it when you
know.
actually listen to it. But anyways.
Yeah, I gotta mess with
But
this some more. I don't know why the level's not going up any higher than that point, though. Makes no sense.
No,
it wasn't doing
if you
it
go
when
into
we started.
OBS settings and you change your threshold, or not threshold, the audio boost.
But it wasn't doing
That's
that
how
before. It was maxing out perfectly fine when we first started.
I'm not sure then. OBS issues.
Because if I do that, now it's going up.
Yeah, because it's basically amping the volume.
I don't know why. That makes no sense. Now it's like, whoa.
Yeah. Well, it's because you're changing your position of the mic. Your mic's really sensitive to position as well.
Yeah, I know. I bet now it's like maxing out like crazy. So now I got to mess with it again. There we go.
I mean,
I just don't want it
I've
to peak. I don't want it to peak.
From what I've seen with OBS, is if it peaks out, it still doesn't cut off. It's when it goes over it a little bit. So, like when I set my OBS, I have it so it peaks out, but just barely peaks out.
Yeah.
And it still doesn't clip in OBS quality, and then it's loud enough, for viewers and stuff like that. They don't have to keep it all the way maxed out and turn their headsets all the way up and stuff like that. So at least that's what I've found. So
yeah, because yours is like being really dumb too. Desktop. All right, talk.
Yeah, that'll boost my volume.
Yeah, because
I have it pretty close to my mouth, so I probably like P's and stuff are really, really strong.
Yeah, because it was like really, really low throughout like almost the entire show.
Yeah. We'll play back and see how it sounds. Yeah.
Well, I know Hangouts is a lot quieter.
Yeah, and I promise before next show I will get my Windows redone because right now I'm still an non-activated Windows 10 because I changed my hardware the day after I installed Windows 10 practically. So it's like, oh, you don't have the right key, blah blah blah. So I got to reinstall Windows 7. Reinstall Windows 7, re-upgrade so it captures my hardware ID or whatever. So then do a fresh install of Windows 10 again.
Sure, you sure about that?
Yeah, that's what Microsoft recommends the fix is. I haven't read about it in the past like 3 or 4 weeks, but that's what Microsoft was recommending to people who upgraded their hardware. So if not, I have another key of Windows 10 Ultimate, so I'll just put that on and free upgrade, so it'll be fine, whatever.
Right.
I have enough Windows keys; it's not a big deal, but I'm gonna try to reuse this one. So, but
all right,
I'm really hoping I get this laptop, man. Though.
Oh,
I actually need a laptop. I've been. What's that?
You want to send the link to me?
No.
Why?
Because then people on the show are gonna.
Oh yeah.
Bid it up.
Our million viewers that we have right now are gonna buy it.
Just that one, man. It makes me pay a couple more dollars.
Why were you asking me if I wanted to buy a laptop? I don't want to buy your broken laptop.
I didn't ask you.
You said
I want to buy.
No, you said, do you want to buy a laptop?
No, I didn't. All right, I'm looking through.
I'm going to replay this audio back to you, and I'm going to send you this clip because you totally just asked me if I wanted to buy a laptop.
What?
You're like, oh man, I totally want to buy a laptop. Do you want to buy a laptop? I'm like, no.
No, I thought because you said that in when I was talking about it initially about the laptop. You're like, no, I don't have any more money. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? I'm talking about buying a laptop.
Yes, I was making a joke because you said that you wanted to get a new laptop, and I said, sorry, I'm all out of money. Like, as in, I don't have any more money. I can't buy you a laptop. I was just making a joke.
I thought you. Yeah,
No.
but then you just did it now, so I thought you were talking about that. So
No,
but no, I might have said it because I'm retarded. So
probably.
who knows? But yes, but no, this laptop. It's weird, man, because it's like, oh, I'm usually all about the power and stuff, but it's like this laptop has a NVIDIA discrete GPU or whatever we want to call it. So it's like that uses a bit more power. It has
you're getting old.
Quad core, and well, it's like a laptop. I use it for tuning basically, and I want the.
You're turning into a grandpa.
Life.
Just admit it.
No.
You're like, I don't know.
But then I'm like, for some reason, I'm like, I want this to play a little bit of games. So I mean, yeah, the Quattro GPU isn't that much faster than the.
How often would you game on it? Never.
Would I travel? Like when we go to DreamHack, I'll probably load up a stupid game, and especially in the car because Florida takes 10 years to get out of. I might, load up.
You're gonna make me drive the whole time?
Tycoon.
You're gonna make me drive the whole Florida?
No.
Suck.
Probably swap tanks. It's usually it's a good way to do it. You get one tank, I get the next tank.
All right. So who's buying all the ramen?
We're gonna split that. I think I have 37 cents on my desk, so that gives my half.
They're totally gonna need some ramen.
Yeah, microwave and that shit. If our hotel doesn't have a microwave, I gotta start looking at hotels, man.
Yeah, we do, because it's gonna fill up quick.
Austin's gonna be probably pricey. San Antonio is not too far away. It's an hour drive, but I don't know if we want to make an hour drive constantly. Of course, it's more gas money and stuff like that.
Are we going to be making an hour drive constantly, or are we just going to be making 1 hour drive to the show and stay there until it's time to leave and then drive home?
I mean, yeah, but still, that's 2 hours. I mean, if you want to get good seats, like for the Counter-Strike tournament and stuff like that, you got to arrive early. So, I mean, I guess
so get up.
What time does it start?
Like 10 a.m. or some shit like that on Saturday?
Well, it's not too bad, but I mean, what if we go to like some sweet after party? I don't know. I'm just making stuff up.
We're not going to any sweet after party.
Yo, man, we're going to live it up, DreamHack style or whatever.
I just want Skadoodle to sign my nipple, and my life would be complete.
Yeah, we'll do that. But I don't know. We'll do some stuff.
Totally not going to happen.
Some cool stuff around there. We can head up. Like just like Austin. I mean, what's it called? It's pretty cool. I mean, San Antonio, they got the Alamo and stuff there we can check out.
I'm down for anything that doesn't cost an arm and a leg.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's a lot of cheap / free stuff.
Just about every single penny that I got to be able to make it.
Nah, it won't be too bad. Like, what were we saying?
It's gonna be like I think about 500 a piece.
Yeah, that's not horrible.
That wasn't including food.
That's going to be the horrible part. We are doing some Taste of Texas, man.
I'm down for that, like I said, but I can't eat like that all 4 nights that we're there.
Oh, me neither. But no, we'll do it.
Poor people.
Gonna get some when we're Austin, find a good barbecue place. Get up some good barbecue, and we'll figure that out, and do that kind of stuff. I'm fat, so I look forward to the food.
Nice. All right, I'll make sure I buy an extra bottle of Imodium then.
There we go.
Because barbecue and me do not get along at all.
Really?
Yeah. Especially not Southern barbecue. Oof.
I don't even know.
Some of that stuff is spicy.
Like the Carolina barbecue? Well, I don't know. But like Carolina barbecue, it's all like vinegary and stuff. I don't like that so much. But I'm trying to think Texan barbecue, what that's
weird
like exactly. But anyways, but no, I'm really excited about DreamHack, man. I think it's going to be fun. It's gonna be super sweet. I know it probably won't happen, but I want us to be like a CS:GO major, because there is that CS:GO major coming up. I don't even know where, but it's in November, so it's enough time. It's about 6 months, so possibly could be, but I don't think they'll do it on the first tournament. So they'll probably want it to establish itself, go from there. But that would be cool if it was a major.
What, this
It's either
time?
for the major. No, DreamHack. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it
That's what
won't
I'm
be a
saying.
major.
No, but you know, it could be. Maybe.
No.
I mean,
No.
time-wise,
Maybe next year.
timeline. If it's I don't think for the first tournament.
They want to make sure it goes smoothly before they make it a major. They don't want to have a.
No.
Did you hear about the last one? The what was it? Not the London one. 'Cause that's happening like this weekend, right?
No, Gaming Paradise or whatever you're talking about.
Is that the one that it was? The one that was
That's
in
the
Abu
crappy
Dhabi?
No, the Abu Dhabi one was okay. It was just
No, the Abu
outdoors, which
Dhabi
sucked.
one. Abu Dhabi one. They said that they had nothing but fucking problems.
Really?
Like they said, it was like absolutely horrible. A bunch of the teams were late, and a bunch of teams didn't. Some teams didn't even show up, and it was just a complete like wreck.
No, I think that one was okay. I think you're thinking about the Gamers Paradise one, which was absolutely horrible.
I don't know. One of them was. I swear they said it was the one that was in Abu Dhabi, but because they expected it to be really awesome because it was in Abu Dhabi, but then it sucked. They didn't have any big casters there. There was like some random schmucks.
Anders and Similar, I think, were in Abu Dhabi. I know Anders was.
Okay, and then maybe I guess it was the other one then.
Yeah, I think it was Gaming Paradise. Because
all I know is it was absolute trash.
I thought Gamers Paradise was Abu Dhabi, or I guess it was Dubai, not Abu Dhabi, but it was the Dubai one.
Dubai, so that's the one I meant.
Yeah. So I thought it was the same one, but I guess it was someplace, I don't even know, Greece or something. But like, yeah, it was horrible, and I don't know.
Anyway, oh well. All right, we'll end the show. I guess we're about an hour and 36 minutes. So.
Yeah, not too bad.
All right.
Got a Hangout story. For some reason, it's Skype that messes up my computer. Well, I guess that makes sense because, like I said, the audio quality of Skype is completely horrible. So something's messed up with Skype. I just got to reinstall Windows. That's what I got to do.
That's why it is, because you don't have a valid copy of Windows, and Skype is owned by Microsoft, so they're trying to like make all of their software run like crap for you.
Yeah, no, seriously, that's probably what it is.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Everything was fine. I just had I guess I did have the freezing issues.
No, you didn't have the freezing issues until you changed to the new computer.
I did have a few freezing issues. The Windows license was messed up then too, but I had a few freezing issues for some reason. I reinstalled Skype, and that's when the sound was all tinny, and then everything just got worse from there.
See, you reinstalled it, and so when it was installing, it checked to see if it was an activated account.
Invalid copy of Windows.
And it's like, what?
You, man.
What? No, it's free, so I don't know why they care, but whatever.
It's Microsoft. They always care.
All right. So anyway, thanks everybody for coming out. And if you're watching this on YouTube, just like and subscribe for more videos. I was going to say all the descriptions are in the bottom, but you're at the end of the video now, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. Hopefully you've seen all that.
So thank you for coming and checking out the show. We talked about some pretty interesting topics. I think out of all of them, I think the AMD one and the Pascal GPU is probably the most interesting of the two, of all the posts.
I agree.
I'm really curious to see if Microsoft buys AMD.
Yeah, I am too.
I think I don't see it meaning. The only bad thing I could see coming from it, though, is that they would use it for more mobile, and their Xbox stuff, and AMD would be like still not that big in the PC realm.
Yeah,
if not even less in the PC realm.
But
because Microsoft seems, we're going to focus on PC gamers this year. We're going to put every single year they say that, and they cut us off further and further and further.
Yeah. Well, one good thing I can say is
other than DirectX 12,
x86.
Yeah.
So
that helps.
At least ports and stuff are better. They're still not focusing on games and stuff, like making it work on the latest NVIDIA GPUs and AMD GPUs. But
nope, they don't care.
At least it's making it's transitioning better. I think once I think DirectX 12 is probably geared a lot towards the Xbox, so that'll help. Like the APIs will be similar between the console and the PC.
Yeah.
So once the APIs and everything start getting more unified, we'll will benefit better from it. But Microsoft will focus on their Xbox, of course, because it makes them lots of money. But they always want good performing chips for that. So I think it'll be okay. I mean, will they challenge Intel? I don't know.
No.
We'll see.
Will they challenge NVIDIA?
Well, I think if they separate the companies, like if they officially become separate companies, I think that'll help more than anything. Because
yeah, I guess maybe
it moves their focus. So like all the R&D budget is strictly for GPUs. So I mean they'll balance. I mean, it'll take a while for them to come back.
I guess only time will tell, really.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's hard to say, but NVIDIA is just so freaking strong. They got the market cap, so it's going to be hard to come back from them. But
I know.
We'll see.
It would take
like if this DirectX 12 stuff, it really is a big blow for NVIDIA. That'll help AMD a lot.
It'll take a damn miracle to make me switch from NVIDIA to AMD, to be quite honest.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just thinking about it. I mean, I'm not going to go out and buy an AMD card if the AMD is 20% faster than my card currently. You know what I mean?
Right.
If I was buying a card now, I'd probably buy an AMD. But I think by the time I'm ready to buy again, and the NVIDIA refresh or the Pascal chip will be out, and then performance will be back dominating again. So.
Yep, that's how I see it going.
Be back in Team Green. So, I'm trying to think. I don't think I've ever owned an ATI card or AMD card. I've always been like my first GPU that I bought was NVIDIA. A TNT Riva 2 or Riva TNT 2 Ultra or whatever. My first graphics card.
It has the word Ultra in it, so I know it had to be awesome.
Yeah. Guess who it was made by?
NVIDIA.
No, I mean like the VGA or whatever. You know what I mean? Like the package or whatever.
Voodoo, probably.
Creative.
No,
Voodoo was 3D Effects. Yeah, like sound card company. They made graphics cards back then. Creative. Yep.
Huh. Interesting.
So, and then I won that Voodoo 3500 at a Counter-Strike tournament, I should say. But yeah, I won that, but I never used it because it was just as fast as my TNT 2. So I gave that to my sister. And then I think the next graphics card I bought was a GeForce of some sort. I don't remember the number. Then I had a GeForce 3 MX like 300.
Jeez, you bought more GPUs than I did, man. You make fun of me for it all the time.
And then I was completely out of the computer game.
Horrible. I
think I might have got like maybe a GeForce 4.
Didn't you have like an 8800 or something like that?
Yeah, well, this is still way before. This is like 2002, 2003.
I thought whenever you were talking about getting out of your game was.
I think I had it was either GeForce. I think I had a GeForce 5 Ti 200. Maybe it was a GeForce 4 Ti 200 or something like that. So that was my last card I bought. Then I got out of the computer scene and started doing the car stuff. And then when I came back, I bought the NVIDIA 8800 GT. That was a beast card. Had that until I got the GTX 260. Had that, and then I got your old 460. And then I got your old 680.
680.
Then your old 780. now your old 970.
Yep.
So, yeah, Team Green all the way for me.
Yep.
But I will buy a AMD card if it's good, or ATI or whatever they're called.
Yeah, it'll be ATI.
I mean, I've had AMD processors. I just buy whatever's the best performance. To be honest,
I started off with the 9600 GT.
Yeah, you had a big transition for a dual core processor. 9600 GT. Then you went to the
Core i7.
i5. Was it
i7? Core i5 750.
Yeah, 750.
And
Wolfdale
460.
Yeah, the 460. That was a good computer.
That was a damn good
and
upgrade.
Then you went.
Then I went.
I think you upgraded your GPU then. I think you went to the 680. Yeah, and then you did the big build, which was the Ivy. Haswell.
Haswell.
Yeah, Haswell, then the 780.
4670K and the 780, and then I went to
the bad boy,
the big dog, X99, 5820K. Yes, check out the video up there.
I don't know.
But you know,
people do on YouTube, but
58
Project Crimson,
5820K, DDR4, 16 gigs, and well, I had 970 SLI, but it got annoying, so I sold the 970s off you and Kenny and bought the Ti, and the machine's glorious ever since.
Yeah, the performance is almost as good as the SLI.
It really is.
Zero headaches of the SLI.
And it's absolutely quiet. It's ridiculous. And I think I found out that I may have put the fan hub on the wrong header of the motherboard, because I guess in the motherboard it actually has smart voltage for the fans, because they're only 3-pin fans, they're not PWM fans, so it's controlled. The speed is controlled by voltage. So I guess I don't know on the case, the case fans.
Oh, okay. You're talking about the case fans of the case, or the case fans of the? I mean, the fans of the GPU.
No, the fans of the case. I'm not talking about the GPU.
Okay.
I was just talking about noise levels. No, I was talking about noise levels. Like the case fans are all set at 100%.
Fans be plugged in. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that's where all my noise is coming from, because this case is supposed to be like, everybody talks about how quiet the case is. Loud. Retarded loud.
Yeah.
Like I can hear it right now.
Really? I mean, you can hear mine, but mine sucks. It's all open.
Oh well.
To be quiet. But
all right.
So yeah.
So anyway,
live every Wednesday 9 p.m. at twitch.tv/Techtopia TV. Come check us out.
Yes.
If you're watching this on YouTube.
And
if you're not watching this on YouTube, you can check out our YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/Techtopia TV, I'm assuming.
No, I don't think so.
You didn't set up that link?
No, I don't think it says all that. I think it's just a bunch of random numbers.
You need to go and set that up.
Yeah,
because you can set it up so it's text. So
there's a lot of things I need to do. I'm in the process of transitioning management of my channel. Mm-hmm. Instead of it being under my primary Gmail account, I want it under the Techtopia TV Gmail account. So I set it up as a manager, and it has to be a manager for a certain amount of time before you can make it owner.
On the admin or whatever.
So I got to transfer it now to owner, so that way it's not under my main Gmail anymore.
Yep, got to do that for the corporations, tax reasons and stuff, for all the money you're making.
Hell yes.
So, but check out Facebook. Of course,
Facebook,
Twitter,
Google Plus, Twitter,
Google Plus,
YouTube,
all that stuff.
Twitch. It's all Techtopia TV, nice and simple. Mm-hmm. And come in and join us next week. I'm going to be doing a review. Probably do a review on this one. Probably, I don't know. Probably 2 weeks or so. Yeah. Okay. I really want to use it a lot. Mm-hmm. I got to break it in a little bit. It's my butt's kind of hurting right now a little bit, just because it hasn't gotten a sweet spot yet.
Yeah, needs to break in the foam a bit.
And I don't exactly have the most padding in the world down that area. So.
Indeed.
Alrighty, but thanks for watching, and come check us out next week. Same bat time, same bat channel, or whatever.
Yep.
Later.